Hey guys, it's Friday and it's a little after 5 o'clock, and just wanted to reach out. It's our usual Friday at 5 precious metals market update, and I want to apologize about last week. We ran into some technical difficulties, so we actually had to pre-record it, but we were still able to do the Friday at 5. We posted it on our Facebook page. So if for some reason you missed out on last week's Friday at 5, do know that it is available on the website, or on our Facebook page, I should say, if you guys want to go take a look and kind of catch up on what we chatted about last week. As far as this week goes, there are a handful of really interesting articles that kind of came up within the last week, and actually one really interesting one on Friday as well. So let's go to the website, and I'm going to pull those up for you guys real quick, and we'll just kind of roll through this. We kind of usually do on our Friday at 5 precious metals market update. So the first one I think that I wanted to highlight here is this one. This one was posted on August 15th, so that's a little over a week ago. It was last Friday, or not last Friday, but the Friday before last. The title of this article is "Berkshire Makes a Bet on Gold Market That Buffett Once Mocked." This is a really interesting story. Obviously, everybody knows who Warren is. Everybody knows who Berkshire Hathaway is. And I think a lot of people know, Warren's resistance to work with, invest in, or kind of, take part in, per se, with precious metals, specifically gold. Warren did buy a bunch of silver a while back, so he has purchased some precious metals in the past, but gold was always kind of the one precious metal that he always seemed a little resistant to. Well, not anymore, because according to this article and according to Worldwide News, I'll just kind of recap it here. It says Berkshire took a new position in Barrick Gold, buying 20.9 million shares, or 1.2 of the company's outstanding stock, with a current market value of $565 million, according to a regulatory filing on Friday. The filing shows moves made by Buffett or his two investing deputies, Todd Combs or Ted Weschler. This is just a really interesting article, again, because Mr. Buffett is certainly one of the most world, if not the world-renowned businessmen, investor type guys out there. So to have him finally kind of come around and start to look at and put some of his money, some of Berkshire Hathaway's money into gold is very, very promising, and it just really, again, I think it just says a lot about what's going on the precious metals market, and specifically with gold. Kind of like what I talked about earlier here, with regard to Mr. Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway's investment in silver. It says right here, it says Buffett may have been averse to gold in the past, but he's bet big on metals before. In 1997, he bought 129.7 million ounces of silver, banking on demand exceeding production and reuse. He bought most of it for less than $6 an ounce and sold it soon after. He said 9 years later, I was the silver king there for a while, he said at the time. So definitely someone who does have experience in precious metals, definitely not his area of expertise. But again, I think for all of us in the precious metal space, and specifically for all of us that are looking at, looking at gold as something that we want to be part of, something that we want to own ourselves, I think it sends a very reassuring sign that someone like Warren Buffett is certainly making that investment himself. If you want to read the article in its entirety, please go to our website. We have it in our news section there. And this was sourced on August 15th, and we got it from Bloomberg. So let's go back over here. We'll go to our second article that I kind of wanted to touch base with you guys on this Friday today. So here, this is a really cool one. And this is an article that came out of Australia. So these two giant gold nuggets worth $250,000 were just unearthed in Australia. So it says here they were found on the same day they were found on the same day in the state of Victoria, as shown on Thursday's episode of Aussie Gold Hunters on the Discovery Channel. So the nuggets have been valued at $250,000. They could fetch up to 30% more than their estimated value by weight if they were sold to a collector, according to the release. So, one of the things we always like to see and report on here, is when folks are out there, finding and discovering treasures, whether it's something that's a shipwreck treasure, whether it's something like this that, these two giant, nuggets got unearthed, whether it's someone, finding a buried treasure that was part of a buried treasure type scenario like that, like the one story that reported a couple months ago, I believe was in North Carolina. So it's just really, really, really fun and really great to be able to report on these types of finds and these types of discoveries. So again, if you want to read this article in its entirety, please feel free to go to our website at www.solomon.gold, and it's in our news section, and this came off of CNN. So let's go back over here to our news section. We'll go to our third article that I wanted to highlight with you guys today. This is another discovery one that I think was really, really great. So two youths in Israel unearthed a 1,100-year-old gold coin purse or pot. I think back in those days they were actually using pottery to store precious metals and things of high value. So so they found 425 gold coins that had laid buried in a clay jar for over 1,100 years. This is a really amazing story. I think it really goes to historical archaeological finds, and I can only imagine, being one of these kids who, are working on this dig. And the next thing you know, you see these, what look like gold leaves, because these coins are very, very thin, appear in front of your eyes. And then the added discovery of, slowly unearthing these coins and finding out what they really are just must be an experience that's just unparalleled to anything that we've ever kind of experienced if we're not, in that discovery kind of occupation. So it says here, the finding the gold coins certainly was a considerable quantity, is extremely rare. We almost never find them in archaeological excavations, given that gold has always been extremely valuable, melted down and reused from generation to generation. So just a really cool discovery find article. Again, we love reporting and highlighting and showcasing articles of treasure hunts, discoveries, shipwrecks, things like that, because it's really, I think it really kind of sets the tone of like all of us wanting to be able to go out and have that type of discovery or that type of experience ourselves. So really, really cool one. And then I have two other articles here today. So this one here I thought was really interesting as well. This one posted on August 26th, and it basically says, why $5,000 gold, that's per ounce, per ounce, gold could soon become a reality. So basically it says here, the post-COVID new normal and a flood of stimulus packages from the Federal Reserve have crushed the dollar and pushed gold to record heights. And with the economy in a precarious situation, gold prices could soon hit $3,000, $4,000, or even $5,000 an ounce. So again, very interesting speculation from different analysts all over the country and all over the world on, where they think, the per ounce price for gold is going and where it's headed. So, and it says here, investors of all types are piling into the safe haven assets in unprecedented numbers. And when even the most gold skeptic investors are starting to bet big on bullion, one may conclude that things have fundamentally changed. And I think that's a hint, and obviously it is, because the next paragraph says, this week, the Oracle of Omaha himself, Warren Buffett, disclosed Berkshire Hathaway's recent investment in gold miner Barrick Gold Group. This is the first time he bought gold, and is a sign that the legendary investor places significant value in the yellow metal. I know we talked about the article at the top of the broadcast, but again, this is another article that's picking up on that's massive news that Warren Buffett is now a gold guy. So very, very, very cool article. Again, if you want to read that in its entirety, please feel free to come to our website and go to our news section. The last article that I kind of wanted to showcase or highlight with you guys today, that's a really interesting one. It's basically, the title of the article kind of says it all. It says, investors hoard gold, Bitcoin, and whiskey to soothe the inflation fear. So I'll just kind of paraphrase some of the article, just because, there are some key things here, and then there's some things that are, please feel free to come to the website and kind of read it in its entirety. But it says, one lunchtime in 2009, as the Federal Reserve started purchasing treasuries in the aftermath of the global financial crisis, Richard Hodges stepped out of his office to buy his first gold bar in the city of London. So over the next decade, he built up his personal collection to several kilograms worth, stored in his own, quote, little Bank of England basement. Hodges, who also works as a money manager at Norma Asset Management, thinks central bank stimulus has ushered in an age of currency and asset price manipulation. He's betting that physical tangible gold could retain its value if all of that goes wrong and paper assets crumble. Quote, I even stack these little bars like they do in the movies, he says. So that's kind of a brief kind of slice of, the gold aspect of that. In the middle part of this article, they talk about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Again, certainly another area of interest because, a lot of things are moving into the digital space, whether it's digital currency, digital business like Solomon Mines, the key word or the key phrase there is digital. And then kind of rounding out the article is the whiskey component. So I thought this was really interesting as well. So basically it says here, commercial property investor James Scott's new favorite asset is a lot more liquid. Whiskey in casks, at least 4,000 liters of it, stored in a warehouse in Scotland. He was introduced to whiskey on a second date with his now wife, who teased him for ordering vodka. Scott started collecting bottles 5 or 6 years ago and has since switched to casks. He recently sold a 28-year-old cask of, I can't even pronounce this, Bunnahabhain, produced on the Scottish Hibernian island of Islay after it appreciated 10% in 11 months. Quote, whiskey certainly outperforms inflation in casks, Scott says. There's no question about that. So that just kind of, completes the article section that we were talking about. But I think that's a really fun one and a really interesting one. Again, just because of the three specifics that are highlighted in this article. Again, gold, Bitcoin, and whiskey. So really interesting article, fun read. Please go to the website, check it out in our news section, and read it in its entirety. It's a fun article. The other thing I just kind of wanted to remind you guys and mention, I know I mentioned it, I think, in the last couple of broadcasts, but, we're rounding out the month of August, and we have one more day, which is next Monday, left for our gold sale. And I'll pull that up for you guys right now. So this coming Monday is your very last day to capitalize on our Monday gold offer, which we were offering for the entire month of August, only on Mondays. And that offer includes a 20 by 1 gram gold Valcambi Combi Bar NSA. And it comes with this amazing Solomon Mines digital business package, which comes with cash back. It comes with, a year's free gold storage at Brinks Depository here in the States. And all you need to do is just go to the website and or go to our Facebook page, or even just go on our Google page. And this offer is on all three of those locations: our Facebook, our direct website, as well as our Google business page. So again, next Monday is the last day that you guys will be able to purchase this great package. And once Monday is gone, this gold bar will be gone and this package will be gone as well. So just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of that. So if you definitely want to, jump on this, which is a great package and a great deal, next Monday is going to be your last opportunity to do that. So just a couple things. Just wanted to remind everybody, that, like we talked about that last article about, things moving into a digital space. Solomon Mines is 100% a digital business. The great thing about it, though, is because it is a digital business, you can basically utilize the platform anywhere you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. And the great thing about the digital business that Solomon Mines, presents to folks, to members, to clients, and to owners is the fact that it's tied to physical gold. I don't know if there are too many businesses out there that can really say that they are a digital business, but also the fact that they're tied to a real hard asset like physical gold. Just as a reminder, Solomon Mines' platform is bedrocked in physical gold, and we only work with gold bullion. We have 5 specific gold bars that we work with. That information is on our website, so please feel free to, go check that out in our news section. In our video gallery, we have a really nice webinar about the 5 specific gold bars that we work with there. The gold is purchased through our strategic partner of the American Hartford Gold Group on the precious metals market, and we purchase that gold for our owners, our clients, and our members at market price daily. So, and also note that, you know, your gold is safely secured here in the States at 3 specific locations through Brinks. So you've got, you know, secure and safe storage here in the States with Brinks. You've got, you know, gold being purchased, you know, on the precious metals market through American Hartford Gold Group. And you've got, you know, a digital business that kind of, you know, encapsulates, you know, or encapsulates, you know, all of those elements together, wraps it all up in a nice, you know, digital business package. So, you know, the other great thing to know, you know, Solomon Mines, because it's a digital business, you know, it's something that, you know, again, you know, all you need is a laptop and an internet connection, you know, in order to, you know, take advantage of the platform and to, you know, start purchasing your own gold and building your wealth and your future. And also note that, you know, it's an international platform. You know, it's readily available and supported right now in 39 countries around the world. And we're always looking to expand into new countries as well. So the other great thing about the platform is, you know, if you're not too familiar with it, you kind of want to, you know, learn a little bit more. You want to see, you know, how does everything work? You know, what does the member dashboard look like? You know, what are the, you know, if you have, you know, a series of questions, we have this great FAQ section right here. And this FAQ section is kind of, you know, broken up into 2 sections. You know, there's the first section, which is basically open and available to the general public. And then the bottom section is available to members only. You can actually get access to the members only section simply by registering for a 14-day free trial. You know, registering for the 14-day free trial, all you need to do is enter your first name, your last name, and your email address. We don't ask for any other information outside of that. We don't ask for any credit card information. We don't ask for nothing. So if you want to come onto the platform, read a little bit more, find out how it can work for you, you will automatically get access to all these other questions and answers that are here on the FAQ section in the members only section. I think that's a great way to be able to experience the platform and learn about it with absolutely no cost to you. So that's a great way to check out the platform, you know, see what it can do for you. So thank you guys for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. We will be back next Friday for another edition of Friday at 5, and we will see you then. Thank you and take care.